Dude.
What are
Alright.
you doing?
That was crazy. All right. We are live with episode 5 of the Consistent Genius Podcast with Matthew Morabeto
Yes, sir.
and Drew Vascik,
That's how we do, man.
the dynamic duo, Lagoon Squad. Dumb and Dumber.
Oh,
Yeah,
facts.
you
Yeah,
too,
you
you too.
Oh, me? Really? That's crazy.
Alrighty. Let's hop right into it. We got some topics for today. I don't know. I'm going to start with China, actually, because that's a good one. Mr. Morabeto, your dad went to China recently.
Yes, sir.
Let's
Big
hear
business
about
moves.
it. Let's hear about it.
Business moves only, of course. You know, went to China, trying to find some stuff. Started e-commerce business. Started shipping stuff over here to America from China. Met to make the good money.
Yeah.
And I'll be running some Amazon stores as well, making some money in college. That's how we do it.
Mine
You
went
good?
went to China like 2 months ago, too.
Really.
Yeah, I was selling some wax and all.
Grueling flight though.
Oh, yeah. He flew Emirates, though, so it's all good.
Where?
Emirates?
Never heard of
Yeah,
that.
the
You heard
plane?
that?
It's like you get to, like, fucking sleep. Like,
That's like a
lay down.
Chinese. That's a Chinese
it's,
airline or something.
well, it's like Emirates, like Dubai is like where it like started, but like anywhere kind of like in Asia, like if you fly there, it's like if you like the normal class is pretty much just normal, but like if you're like in quote unquote like first class.
Did his
or-
business provide that?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
my
he-
dad always said next time he's flying that, after
Yeah.
he realized how
You,
bad it
you,
was.
you literally have a fucking bed. It's fucking sick.
Yeah, my
Did he
dad
fly
talked about
first
that.
class?
No, my dad told me about the whole. Originally, we were gonna have a better one, and then it got changed last minute.
Yeah.
But yeah, we got some LED lights coming over soon. He just ordered those. I'm start selling those on Amazon probably.
Yeah.
Facts.
So something you said, or your dad said, I think it was like they have no cash over there. Or I heard that from someone, and all of it's like electronic.
They use instead they have their own Apple Pay basically.
Yeah,
like,
that's what I heard. Like Apple Pay
They have-
or like whatever it's
they
called.
have their
like the WhatsApp,
WeChat.
Yeah, and like
What
they
the
use that to
fuck
pay
is
for
WeChat?
everything.
Yeah, it's an app called it's like Kick, but like the governors have it there. Like the governor added my dad on WeChat and
That's
starts
sweet.
like messaging
That's
he's like messaging my dad and said, "Hey, you want to come down to like I don't know some other big city in China?" And said, "Come down." And I was like, "I can't do it this time, but next time I come down, we'll definitely get together."
And that has like FaceTime and like their
500,
money.
500 million users on it,
That's crazy.
which is more than the whole population of America, and it's 1 point something billion. I forget what it is there. Is it close to 2 billion
Yeah,
there?
dude,
1.7 maybe, or
yeah.
1.2?
It's nuts.
And how many cities did he go to?
He only won main one, and it's the fastest growing city in the world. It went from 220 million, and I forget what it was, 200,000 I think to 20 million in like 20 years.
Dang, that's wild.
New York City is 8 million.
There are like what 4 million in LA, I think.
Yeah,
So,
8 million in New York
Wow.
City. So
And New York's like densely populated, but
Yeah,
China,
facts.
dude, like they're
China's
all,
a whole new world
Yeah.
in its
Yeah.
population,
Yeah.
man. That's
that'd be a
not
sweet place to go. And I know you wanted to go to Italy before. That'd be another cool place to go.
yeah, that's probably my number one.
Europe, because like once you go, if you do go to Europe, you got to go everywhere though, because like
Yeah,
Travel the
facts.
world.
If you're
Facts,
over
yeah,
there,
you go
you
like
know?
you do those like river cruises or
What you gotta do
whatever
is
I don't know what the river cruises
Yeah, no,
are.
I know. The
but-
little boats with the paddles.
Oh, that's in
Well, that-
in
yeah,
Italy
Italy?
only.
Yeah,
yeah,
Like
yeah.
that's not like in like
No,
Britain.
Maine,
my
yeah.
like my aunt and cousins went on some like river. It was like France and like some not Germany, but like the
Yeah.
southern part of Europe, I think.
Yeah. It'd be cool to go to Italy, see like the Colosseum.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Rome.
You go to college, you travel the world. Save up money and travel the
Yeah.
world. It's the first thing you gotta
You gonna
do.
take a semester abroad,
You know, I've been thinking about that. It's definitely an option. It's
learn
pretty-
another language.
Yeah, I don't know
other
about
than
that. I don't know
Spanish.
about that. I don't know about all that. I might learn Italian. That's about it.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, Chinese, Mandarin.
Dude,
I want to learn
that
Mandarin.
shit, that's
Yeah.
just so hard. That is so
Yeah,
hard
that,
to
that
learn.
would be
Boss.
hard. I talked to a guy who's learning Japanese. He says all the symbols just look like smiley faces or like different faces. He says super challenging.
Yeah, it's
But-
Mandarin is like the hardest language.
Yeah,
to learn.
but if you learn that shit, you're like business wise.
oh, that's big time. That's why I want to do it.
I know a guy who knows a guy actually where
Wow.
He knows
the
a guy.
guy
Knows
lives.
a guy.
The guy is from America. The wife is from Germany.
Okay.
So they're raising their baby. The wife only speaks German to the baby, and the guy speaks English only to the guy or to the baby. So the baby's learning both languages at once, and is gonna be like bilingual, like really early.
That's sick.
So hey, that's something to think about, you know. for
That's
new
big
kids.
time. Yeah, it's definitely business wise, it's a smart thing to do.
Yeah,
It definitely being bilingual is really
knowing
helpful.
multiple languages this day and age is huge.
Yeah,
And you know, Spanish
just
is
for marketing too.
Yeah, Spanish is about to become one of the more or the most popular language.
Predominant. Even though I feel like
Yeah.
you really don't like. I feel like for business wise, you really don't need that. I'm not gonna do business
Yeah.
with Mexico.
But it's good
Yeah,
to
I
know.
mean,
You know,
yeah.
it's-
But
yeah,
it
but
is
it's
about
good
to
to know
become the
it.
main language or the predominant language, like
Yeah.
you said, because lots of Spanish speakers are moving into the country.
And also because of the fact that it's taught in school so much.
Oh
Yeah, yeah.
That's like I think the number one second language taught, right?
Probably.
But you know,
Sounds,
we have
place.
people trying to break into the border. A caravan from down south. They're at the border now, and there's a lot of controversy about like firing tear gas at them. You know, trying to stop them, which we're going to stop them. I think personally, I don't think we should let them in. They're seeking asylum and safety from their countries. When you see these guys walking around with iPhones down there, you know, they say it's all women and children, but it's mostly males, and they're trying to break in, steal our work, pollute our
country.
yeah, our country.
With a bunch of crime and stuff.
I don't know.
Man.
Yeah, I think we really need to have that America First mentality right now. You know, we got a lot of homeless veterans out there. There's a lot of homeless people in general. A lot of children in poverty, growing up in poverty in bad areas. It's like, why focus on letting other people in here, which could possibly worsen our country, when we could focus on growing inside out, you know, instead of outside in. So I think it's definitely better to get them out of here. Give them the boot. You know, don't let them in here.
Yeah,
Come on,
straight up.
tighten that up.
And the more and more, you know, every day I meet new people that like, hey, my dad just became a citizen, you know. Just the other day, actually.
Legally.
Exactly.
Legally.
You know, moved here like 20 years ago on a visa or green card. And then, you know, they wanted to become a citizen. And then I heard a story. Someone said their mom cried when they sang the national anthem for like the test or whatever.
That's
I think you have to
awesome.
recite it. And she started crying because, you know, she felt so good that she, you know, finally became a citizen.
And did put in all the work.
Yeah,
It takes
you
a
know,
long.
it's a process.
I
But
think
like,
Sarver just became a citizen. He's been here since like 6th grade.
yeah, that's crazy. That's good.
4th,
for
6th
him, though.
grade.
Yeah. And, you know, if you do the process, then, you know, that's power to you and respect.
It's
because
legit.
Yeah.
It's serious. Move left a little.
Which one, me?
Left. Never mind. You don't have to move left. It looks
You had
fine.
her a little close.
He said the spacing looks weird. I don't know. We'll be fine. So,
Is it? Hold on. So my left or the camera?
your left. You don't have to.
Oh, there we go. All right, bet.
And talk more into the mic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. So, the Mars rover. What was the old one? Curiosity?
I have no.
It's nice
clue.
and old now. It's still sending pictures, or I thought
Oh,
it
I did
was.
see the new one driving through the.
Yeah, there's a new one now.
I'm not gonna lie. Did you ever think of the Mars rover being that big? I thought it
No.
was like some small little freaking
No,
like
well, it has
compact
to be
drone.
big, man, because they have like dust storms and stuff.
No.
The new one just landed yesterday,
Yeah.
and it's like I read on Twitter, it's like 7 minutes of hell, and it's like the landing because they don't know, like if something goes wrong in the landing, then that's all screwed
Oh,
up,
yeah.
you know. So like for 7 minutes, they're just like, oh my, this needs to
Freaking
go
out.
right.
Yeah.
But after like they were celebrating, like all the
Yeah.
NASA people, I saw it. Yeah.
That's funny. Yeah, I was just so I'd never thought of Mars rover like that. I thought it was just like a small little like just a small drone.
I think it's big like a car.
It's like a tank, bro. It's
Yeah.
huge. The thing's massive. I was so surprised. I saw a tweet on that too. It's like whoever thought the Mars rover was this big? Like I never would have thought that.
Yeah.
But it makes sense, obviously.
But it's exploring, finding Martians, water on Mars,
Martians, chill.
dude.
Martians.
Yeah.
I don't know about that
Listen,
one.
we're not going back into the atheist topic. You can call it what
Oh,
it is. Yeah.
That's a little, I don't know. Now the con's crazy.
That was a little sus.
But that, I mean, I think it's sweet that we're, you know, expanding into space. And Elon Musk, I heard him say the other day,
Elon Musk.
if someone goes to Mars, he might be the one going to Mars.
He's he's a genius, man. I'll tell you, I was going to Rexheim this morning, and I was crossing the street to get in with Jeremiah, and the car just stopped right there. I didn't hear the car. I'm like, is it off? And I looked at it, it's a Tesla. I'm like, well, that makes sense.
Oh,
that
that
is
makes
the
sense.
quietest car I've ever heard
The
in my
other day,
life.
I saw concept art for a Tesla like pickup truck, and it looked sweet, man. It looked like a spaceship pickup truck.
Spaceship.
Yeah.
Space Cadet.
Bro,
Hey.
speaking of cars, Beto, you almost crashed on the way here.
Oh no!
What are you
Wait!
talking
What?
about, bro?
On the big roundabout?
No, false.
No,
False.
What happened?
We were looking at some music and this car was going really slow for some reason, and so
And they stopped.
yeah.
You have some issues with that.
No.
thing.
One time I had issues when someone stops let people go across the street when they don't have to.
Yeah,
Guy
they
just
don't
slammed-
have to
yeah.
on the
He just slammed on the
roundabout.
brakes.
Yeah, and he went, yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, the other day actually, I was going in a roundabout, and this lady like
Hell,
she
bro.
looked at me like, weird because I just kept going. I didn't let her go. But I'm like, come on, man. I'm in the roundabout. I'm getting out of the roundabout. You know, you're not crossing.
Dude, stopping in the roundabout is the most sketchy because people are not paying attention in the roundabout.
Yeah, 100% not.
I get my temps Friday.
Yeah,
Oh,
alright,
shit.
well,
We got a youngin'. Hey.
Stay off the
You're going to be
roads.
driving with mommy and daddy.
Facts.
Uh,
For the
You gotta
first 6 months.
You got to be careful, man.
No.
Careful. I would drive everywhere if I were you because I love
That's
driving.
what I did. I drove everywhere.
Yeah, I
when had
drove
my temps.
everywhere whenever I had to go anywhere. It's
Yeah.
sweet, dude.
It's a good time.
Driving is like during like the. Have you done the driving school yet?
No, I do it 2 weeks.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, you get your temps first, and then
yeah.
Which one are you doing? The one at Kaufman?
Yeah.
Oh, that was not bad.
What
If
after
you're with
after
friends,
school?
Yeah, right after
I had
school.
like 8 kids in my class that I knew that were
yeah,
my friends.
me and Fish are doing it
See,
together.
I knew
Yeah.
0 people in there, but it wasn't that bad.
Nah, the one
like-
the one right now just got everyone. Like literally
But
everyone.
while you're doing it, it sucks balls. But after you're like, never have to do it again. Happiest person ever.
Yeah.
You get to drive
Yeah.
everywhere.
I mean, it's not gonna be terrible. Like I heard it's pretty long and it's kind of painful.
Oh,
break
yeah,
in
it's
between.
stuff.
terrible.
The test is easy too.
Yeah.
So.
I spent like $8 a day at least at the vending machine. You know, go get some ice cream, some pretzels, a
Jeez.
drink, maybe 2.
No surprise there, but
It was the grind.
put on some pounds.
No,
Football
dude, I need
season.
to start working out, man. Are you been going to the?
I went to the
The
Kaufman.
gym?
I went to the Kaufman yesterday. I went yesterday, but I went there because Jeremiah wanted to go as well.
Billy, you playing DYA?
No, I'm not. I'm gonna go spectate though. When's your game? This
Ring
weekend.
season. Ring
Hey,
season.
same with us.
5:30 Car Middle School.
Oh, I'll go to
In
that.
the afternoon?
Yeah,
Wow,
no. It
it's
got
a late
pushed back.
game.
It was originally 4. It got pushed back an hour and a half.
Even that's late. I thought they're all in the morning.
No, mine's at 1:30. It's
Where?
my team in cells.
Okay.
What
Yeah.
time?
Y'all should hedge it. Yeah.
Are you going to
What
that?
time?
1:30?
Oh.
You want to go to that?
I know there's a couple games on early. I know I'm going to Grizel. I think so, but I know
Wait, when is
there's some
that?
Grizel games.
Saturday.
Saturday, yeah.
Okay, I'll go to your game for sure.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah, and I'm going to Nilo Cons in the morning.
I want his too. I want his too.
Nilo
I want his too. That's what I was
Yeah.
thinking.
Yeah. It's the 2 best teams. And I mean, at least in our league, so like as I know, for people in our grade,
They got the
Because
retard
we
league
play-
fired up.
we play with the freshmen or
Is
whatever.
it Miracle League?
Fuck you
I
guys.
thought your team's terrible.
Nah, all right. So we have potential, but like some of the guys.
Are you the point guard?
Oh. Oh.
Whatever,
Oh,
bro. Some of the guys like are good, like are really good, like played for cells and stuff. And
Yeah.
could play. Like I know one kid Trent, he could play for Coffin, but he just like
His
doesn't
brother
try.
was good back in the day.
Yeah.
Troy.
But yeah, we got some athletes. It's probably the 2 best teams playing first week. So
Dang.
yeah.
It's big
Dang.
time. I play
That's
Elbows team week 2.
Oh shoot, that's gonna be a good one. I'm gonna be talking mad trash. Yeah, I'm probably coming to all your games. Let's be honest, it'll be fun to spectate.
Speaking of sports, how about that Ohio State game?
Ooh.
Ignore the blue, Michigan blue.
Yeah,
here,
both of you
but
guys wore
fuck.
blue. That's
Well, I
kind of
mean,
crazy.
We kind of saw each other at school, and we were like, "Hey, we're matching. We got black."
I'm like,
joggers
hey, we're on the
we got-
podcast, too.
That's like that
Yeah.
Spider-Man
It's
picture where both the
crazy.
Spider-Mans are pointing at each other.
Oh yeah.
But
But
but OSU versus
excuse the blue,
Michigan.
because I'm not a Michigan fan.
Yeah. So wait, I'm gonna be honest. I thought Michigan was gonna come through because OSU looked terrible the week before.
I thought so until Michigan almost lost to Indiana. It looked like Ohio State against Indiana, so I kind of
Yeah,
had a
man.
feeling. After that, I'm like, I kind of had a feeling Harbaugh's a little,
I think
not too sharp.
the reason we won because OSU. This is like the biggest game of the year. This is like the only game they get like hyped for the
Bro,
players.
especially
Dude,
at
you do
home,
realize the players watch film every week for the team they're playing that week, and then for like an hour or two they'll watch film on Michigan too.
Yeah.
Like parents came and says, "Oh, I'll get our game plan down, then I'll watch film on Michigan." First week on.
Yeah. Well, I mean that's what I'm saying. That's the only game they like really care about.
Yeah.
And then we had the home field advantage. That I
Yeah.
think always helps
Yeah,
big
Yeah,
time.
I was 50-50 because I didn't know, as you said, Michigan defense. It was number 1. in
Yeah.
total
They're not
yards.
number one. Like
Not
I don't think
anymore,
they were
not
number one
anymore.
before
They're
that.
not, but they were number 1 in total yards allowed.
You
and I
think they should be
Pass,
ranked number
pass,
one? No.
and
No,
pass,
no, no.
pass
They
defense
were.
too.
They were, yeah, in pass defense, and they were 4th in total scoring allowed. And so going into that, I didn't know how they're gonna do like in the environment and stuff. I knew, that's why I said I was like 50-50 because either A, our DBs play like dog shit, and our linebackers don't tackle or pursue.
Kuda, though. Kuda game.
Yeah, their pursuit. Our
linebackers have been getting shit on.
Yeah,
before.
like
That
It's
Malik
not-
Harrison though, what a game he played.
Yeah, it's all about pursuit
he
angles.
had the game of
And-
his life.
Yeah.
He actually did though.
Yeah,
That's the
dude,
thing.
yeah,
He
he
played. He
played
balled out.
insane.
He balled out.
And
Even
yeah.
Borland did too. I don't even like Borland. He had a good game too.
Yeah.
I think we're just a matchup for
Our safeties played well too.
Yeah.
And Kuda, as
Brendan
you said,
White
Sean
did.
Wade had 2 huge hits.
Yeah.
Listen,
he's a
everyone
backup.
played well.
He's
Yeah.
a nickel player.
Yeah.
All I know is Pryor didn't play. That's the best thing I've seen all
Yeah,
year.
facts.
No Pryor. God,
Yeah.
he's the worst safety of all time. But I think we're just a good matchup from Michigan. I think Michigan's still pretty good. But I was actually watching Colin Cowherd, and he was saying how Ohio State plays like an SEC team, but they're in the North. Or they're in the Big Ten, but play like an SEC team, or they play like a Southern football team, but they're located in the North.
I could kind of see that, but like at the same time,
points wise, offensively, points wise, like the spread they run and everything,
See, that's the thing. It's like, especially with their defense, they're I could see like the whole
better
type
defense, better defense, obviously, better than like Oklahoma and all
yeah,
them.
that's what I'm saying. They kind of remind me.
They're the closest team to Alabama right now, like play style wise, points wise, and defensive wise.
Not defense.
Depends
not
defensively.
defensive.
This game, though. I'm saying this game.
Oh, this game. Oh,
Yeah,
they still dropped what, 32?
How many of that was off turnovers
they
and stupid offense, like the one kickoff?
I mean that's gonna happen.
Like
when they dropped the kickoff?
Michigan should have had no more than 9 points in the first half, and they ended up.
Okay,
with,
yeah,
19.
I'll agree. I 100% agree with that. I'm just saying that like their offense, like Michigan offense, for example, Shea Patterson, who's not terrible. I mean, he completely choked.
I've been saying it the whole year.
Do you think our defense played like the best game of the season?
Oh yeah, there's no doubt. But as I was saying, as Cowherd, I can see the whole style of offense, how they run, and Urban obviously coaching Florida or whatever, 2006 and 8 and stuff like that, won championships. But it kind of like earlier on in the season at least, or like kind of mid-season, they reminded me of like a Big 12 team because our defense couldn't do.
But every other year before this though too is definitely more like.
SEC, yeah. It's just this year because our like Maryland, like 52-51, like Maryland scores 51 points on us. Like
but this is the best game Ohio State's played all year.
Oh, easily.
Yeah, well, that's because it's like the rivalry.
This is the potential that Ohio State has.
Yeah.
Well, the thing about it is like, I don't think the players really get into the games except for this one. Like they don't have it like their heart is not.
I think it was more they play more individually for themselves. In other games, like I want to go pro. Like all the players just seem kind of like selfish almost.
Like building their own stats.
And in this game,
it
was more like everyone kind of came together kind of thing.
Yeah. Do you think they should? What were they? 11-1, or are they 11-1?
11-1 now.
Do you think we should have a worse record than that? Because it's not the best team.
I think we're a great team. We just haven't put together yet. I think we finally did. I think we should be. If we played like this all year, we'd be undefeated, and we'd be in the playoff 100%.
All right. So talking of the playoff, do you guys think we'll get in?
Yes.
I think the most is I think Notre Dame should be out, but they're gonna be in because they're undefeated. I think Notre Dame is not a top 4 team.
Okay.
I think Notre Dame's overrated. I always do that. I think Notre Dame's the most overrated team every single year.
Yeah.
I think Clemson should be in it. Alabama should be in it. It's gonna be Notre Dame. Georgia's gonna lose to Bama, so Georgia's out. But if Bama loses to Georgia, they're both in it, last year.
That's fucked. I don't like how the SEC gets 2 automatic bids.
Yeah, and then Oklahoma, if they have a close game with Texas and we smack Northwestern, we have a chance to get in over them.
Yeah, so this is how I see it. So you got Bama, obviously. They're I'm pretty confident that they will beat Georgia and continue undefeated. Clemson plays Pitt in the ACC championship.
Pitt is good, but they got smacked
by
Miami.
Oh yeah. That was
3-24.
Yeah. And then obviously you have Notre Dame. And the thing about Notre Dame is they are overrated. They're always overrated. You're correct.
And their fans are annoying as shit.
And they did have, I think it was like the first or second hardest schedule in the whole NCAA. But
at the beginning of the year. At the beginning of the year. Now I feel like back in the schedule is weak.
Yeah.
It's weak.
But they don't have. First of all, they don't have a conference championship because they're independent,
which is stupid.
And then the second thing, they played Michigan week 1, and all the guys that that Notre Dame started out like the whole year. So it was at Notre Dame. I think I could be wrong about that.
I have no idea. I didn't.
But it was game 1. Notre Dame won by 7. It was 24-17.
Against who?
Michigan.
Yep.
And Michigan didn't even start Shea Patterson.
Yeah.
They started their backup.
That was Michigan's first game. Yeah.
Yeah. And Notre Dame only won by 7. And then you could Ohio State. We just smacked the shit out of them.
Yeah, that was the first game. Michigan's first game with the whole new core, right? Basically a whole new.
Yeah, exactly. And so you have that, and then you have the whole thing with Georgia. And as I said, I think Georgia.
I think Georgia's really good. I think they're not gonna get in.
Yeah.
They're not gonna get in though.
And
so
then
Georgia's gonna lose no matter what.
There's Oklahoma.
Yeah, I'd be surprised.
And
that's a big game. Texas.
Oklahoma, Texas, because Texas beat Oklahoma earlier in the year.
Yeah.
And
I watched that game. That game was nuts. Yeah. Kyler Murray. Oklahoma should have gotten smacked. Kyler Murray brought him back in the game.
Yeah.
They're down like 13, 15.
They're going to win.
Did you guys see the LSU versus Texas A&M?
Oh, my gosh.
That was crazy. 7 overtimes, man.
That one receiver who caught like 3 touchdown passes.
The big dude.
Tall dude.
They sliced and diced that LSU defense. That LSU defense, I thought was exposed.
Did you guys see they dumped the Gatorade on the coach before, or like on the play they got called back?
That's hilarious. Nah.
Yeah, so like they were about to win the game, like 30 seconds left for fourth quarter, and
then they redid
there was
it.
a
And
penalty.
there was 1 second left, and then that touchdown at the end.
Yeah,
That was
wow.
wild.
The
That was
refs
wild.
costed that game, and then one play, a DB was like running over like across the field, and a ref got in front of him and like blocked him, made the key block. Refs costed that game.
That game was crazy.
7 overtime.
I was trying to go home. I was at a friend's house. I was trying to go home. I thought I was gonna go home. It was like 11:30. All right, I'll be home in 30 minutes. And the second overtime. Nah, an hour later, I'm still there. I'm like, I gotta go home.
It went into Sunday, man.
For real, that's
Yeah,
I
crazy.
think there were only like 4 other games ever that have been like 7 OTs. That's crazy, man. Those kids played for like 2 hours extra.
Yeah, that game was nuts.
Yeah,
That was
I'd be tired if you're especially like a defender. You're just overtimes, especially if the offense like scores
Dude,
quick.
fourth quarter,
You
you're
just gotta
already
go.
like tired.
Your ass just got to go back in the
I'm telling
game
you,
like that.
this season for Ohio State, I don't think the team's as good, but like the whole like getting into the Final Four reminds me of the year they won the championship. Cause
That's true.
With
That's true.
TCU and Ohio State competing for the Final Four, the 4th spot.
But the difference in that year is that TCU, because it was TCU and Baylor. It was they both had one loss.
Even though I knew Baylor wasn't going.
Yeah.
Knew Baylor wasn't going
Yeah,
to.
because TCU had the head-to-head.
And Baylor also obviously had a really weak defense that year, like kind of like Oklahoma, really. It's
Yeah,
similar to
yeah,
Oklahoma.
But Big 12 didn't have a conference championship like they do
Yeah.
now. And so that's the thing. Because what the committee's shown so far is that, they have Ohio State at 10, obviously, because our wins haven't been so good, and Oklahoma's like at 6.
Well, now we're 6. No, we're 6 now.
Oh, now we're 6.
6. Oklahoma's 5. No. Yeah, and then Georgia's 4.
Okay.
Something like that. I
Yeah.
forget what it
Wait.
is.
So-
What happened? What has to happen for us to be in?
Georgia
Okay.
has to lose Oklahoma, and Oklahoma has to win close or lose.
I'd say they have to lose. I'd say if they win that game,
I think if they win by 3, but Texas is good, but it's close. I don't
They're
know.
inconsistently
You never
good,
know with the committee.
especially with Tom
The
Herman.
committee's wild.
Yeah, but like I think that Oklahoma has to lose in order for Ohio State to get in. If they don't, then they'll just go to the Rose Bowl and play. I think the Pac-12 winner, whoever.
It's just a waste of time. I'm not even gonna watch that game.
whoever that dude.
Who wants to watch the road? I mean, that's
Yeah.
cool back in the day. Oh,
Back in the
championship.
day.
There's only the top 2 teams. Screw that.
Listen, man.
Yeah.
Go to Yogi's.
8-team playoff. That's what they
Yeah,
need.
dude, that would be so sick. You got UCF in there.
Yeah.
That'd be hilarious.
Not anymore. Their quarterback's out.
Well, yeah, but I'm
See ya.
just saying,
He said, "See
like
you later."
in general, because you have what you could do is you could have all 5 power conference champions, just automatic bid, and then you could have 3 of the next best teams that committee thinks or whatever.
Yeah.
So, because it's kind of fucked because Georgia just like, let's say they beat Bama, and then Bama's a 1-loss they didn't win. They lost in the SEC championship game, so they don't have that, but they'll still get in just because they're Alabama.
Oh yeah, obviously.
And Ohio State. Let's say Ohio State and Oklahoma.
Because
wins
Alabama
the Big
doesn't have.
12.
It's 'cause Alabama never has losses like Ohio State does.
Yeah, that's true, but they still don't have that conference championship.
Agreed.
Oof.
So there's a whole thing with ESPN and SEC. So
Oh, obviously.
yeah,
Dude, if you look
love
at
them.
they said the same thing when Ohio State won the championship, and then if you look at the bowl games, Big Ten smacked SEC in the championships.
Yeah.
But, I mean, that's none of my business, I guess.
Yeah.
But
All right, to shift the topic, I see an interesting one. Vacation spots. Where do you guys want to go? Where do you guys think is the best areas to vacation? Better yet, we'll sidetrack that. PlayStation was on big sales this weekend. Xbox Ones were too. I don't know what exact numbers, but
PlayStation sucks, but it's okay.
dude, you get a PS4 Slim and the new Spider-Man game
Edwin got it for $200.
$200.
Yep, Edwin got that.
So you're paying $140 for the PlayStation and $60 for the game. Like, that's like a steal, man.
That is a good deal. I think someone got it. One of mine.
I know Edwin got it. It's too bad that PlayStation's
Dude,
it's very, very below Xbox One. I'm not gonna lie. PS3, I give it maybe a little bit of advantage over Xbox.
see, I think the other way.
360.
I think 360 best console of all time, and then I think PS4 is next up because it's better than the Xbox.
It's not even free anymore. The Xbox, the new Xbox, is better than the new
Xbox One X. Oh,
Yeah.
I've never had that.
I heard,
But I have the
I heard
original.
That is so much better than the PlayStation Pro, PS4 Pro, whatever it is.
Maybe, but I have the original PS4 and the original Xbox One. The PS4
Xbox
is
One
faster
sucks.
than the Xbox One.
Original Xbox One.
But the thing with
sucks.
PS4 though is now I have so many friends and the parties are slow to load. My friends list, I cannot go 100 friends down. I have 1,300 on there. I can't scroll down without it taking 5 minutes to load, and that's a major
PS4?
issue. Yeah.
PS4
Now,
is trash.
I don't know if the new ones would fix
I mean,
it, but
and no one has it. No one. Everyone has a fucking.
Dude, I know a lot of people have PlayStation. Man. I mean, a lot
Not-
of people
not
have
in
in
my
Xbox
grade.
too.
People-
Not in my grade.
Not in my grade.
Yeah.
Our grade, it is dry in the PlayStation world.
Yeah. It's
Dude,
there's always
we-
those like weird kids. You'll have a few.
Every night there's
PlayStation
like
guys.
small
six
friend
of us.
groups.
You know,
Yeah.
Billy Strong. I love Billy Strong. He's
Yeah.
awesome.
I mean, I'm just saying, like the majority of Kaufman in our grade is Xbox. Always has been.
Yeah.
Car,
true.
Always will be.
Car has always been Xbox,
Yeah.
and sales was always Xbox.
Well, that's a big deal, but you got to think like Call of Duty. Now a lot of people switched over to PS4 because of the map packs and stuff. They get the map packs.
I don't care that much about Call of Duty.
Comp.
I'm talking like we got.
I know you're big into Madden. By the way, I'm the best Madden player at the table.
My record against both you guys is actually positive.
Oh, not me.
I don't know. I
Listen,
think I
you
beat
beat me
you
the
last
first-
time.
you beat me the first two
It's not
times.
against me, dude. Come on.
You beat me the first 2 times. You beat me since.
Dude, it's not a good.
You've
all
not
right.
beat me since.
So I just real quick. We'll touch on that in a sec. Back to what you said about Xbox 360 being the best
I think that's true.
console.
I think it's the most legendary, not the best. I think PS2 is
Okay.
better.
So
No.
my favorite 2 games ever are Black Ops 2,
That's a good one.
and because I wasn't really around for that MW2 era.
My favorite's
you know?
Yeah,
MW3
you're young.
actually.
You're young. It's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're
And
really young.
NCAA 14.
What are you? 2003? Is that what you are?
Yeah.
Phew.
Yeah. So yeah, that
You were born in
NCAA 14.
2003?
That
I remember
sucks.
I remember I worked both of you in that game.
What? Oh wait,
Yeah.
yeah.
That
That
was
was
before I
one
started
time.
playing. That's
Dude,
before I started playing Madden
mean,
games, and
that's
football
what-
games. In a while.
Listen, if we played right now,
I would work
whoop
you. I would work you.
You
Both
would
you.
whip me. All right, listen.
I would smack you in Madden. You know I would.
No.
I literally smacked you the
No,
past.
listen. You will beat me. Like you
I have
will
smacked
beat
you
me,
so
but,
many times.
But there's not it's not consistently.
I'm
beating
surprised
me.
the cops haven't been called because of child abuse. Because I'm
Bro,
18.
you need to chill out.
I smacked
Dude, I think
you.
I can smack you in Madden now too.
No, you're
Dude.
trash.
I've been
now.
training.
Get
I've been
outta
playing. I've
It
certain plays.
depends on how focused I am because I've played Beto. Like for example, when he's over at my house, I played him and he's
Smacked the
beat
hell
the
outta
shit
you.
out of me. And a part of that is because either I'm not focused or B, I'm having an off game. But there have been
Having
times
an off game.
You can't deny there have been times where I've smacked you.
Not recently. When I first got the game, yes. When I first started playing Madden for the first time in a long time, you beat me.
I think
yes.
you beat me the last 2 times we've played because we haven't played that much.
I've gotten better the
recently.
past 2 times. I've actually been good since then.
I think I could beat you right now. 6-minute quarters, right? We go in competitive game type, not that arcade stuff you like. Competitive 6-minute quarters.
Well, Madden, what? Do you have 18 or not?
No.
No, I'm 19. Yeah,
19.
Madden 18 MUT draft.
Agreed. No. Not even
Great
that. I
game.
think the
No,
issue,
we're gonna play
Great.
Madden 19.
Okay,
you know
that's
what
fine. I mean, that's fine.
The
but
issue with 19 is
it's slow.
the running game and
It's
the
terrible.
passing.
The running game's there. You just gotta
No, the
play it,
running
man.
game's not there.
I've
That's
seen the
not.
controls of the running game. Madden has Madden 2K and like both those games have gone so downhill.
I haven't played 2K in a long time.
2K has
gone
gone
downhill.
gone to the crapper fast. In like I'm talking 2016. 2K16 was good. 2K19 is trash.
Last
17
2K I played
trash.
was
18 trash. 19
2K14.
trash. Madden, last Madden that I liked, like, well, besides 18, 'cause I heard 18 is good, 12. Madden 12.
That's
Dang.
true. Madden 17 wasn't terrible. No, my bad. Madden 16, Madden 17 wasn't that good.
Yeah,
It was
I like Madden
was
19. That's a good.
Madden,
That's a good.
Madden
time.
19, the players are kind of slow. The running game's not there at all. It's unless you have like the Cowboys offensive line, you're not doing shit.
Yep, agreed.
No, you just gotta play the right plays, man. I'm telling you.
Billy, you've
Well,
never
I-
beaten either one of us. You beat me one time. I beat you like 8 times.
Listen,
The
I
Arizona
beat you last time we
Cardinals,
played.
all you
I'll
do
beat
is
you
run.
The
whenever you
Arizona
want.
Cardinals playbook in Madden 19 is easily. There's like 3 plays that are completely
Same thing. You're on
they
the
are
all over and over again.
completely
Broken.
unstoppable. Like it's actually
think
like,
so?
False.
No,
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 false.
no.
They're stoppable. If
Okay,
you make
they're
if you make the right adjustments, like I can do.
and a lot of times
Like I
if
do.
you do stop them, you have to use
And
her.
don't you play the same defense no matter what?
No, it depends on who I play.
It's like nickel Tampa
like
3
if
or
I play,
nickel
I got
Tampa
this
2.
one guy named Jamil that I play. He's in my grade. All he does is like kind of deep balls like down the field in like the middle.
Tampa 2
in the middle of the
screws that up.
field.
Yeah, Tampa 2 you can't do that.
Yeah, so I run a cover 1 hole, and then
Good play, good play. It's a good
yeah,
play.
and so it's a man up with a.
I would burn your DBs though.
I mean, it depends on your DBs.
It doesn't. No, it doesn't. I'll burn your DBs. It's okay. I'll hop in the game and burn them myself.
Do I really gotta work you after this?
Dang.
Or are you talking loud?
I want to see that game
I would
actually.
smack
I'll put
you.
some money on
I
it.
would
Like
smack
what
you.
teams would you
I'll put
play?
some
Would
money
you
on
guys
it.
play with the best teams or like the lower ranked teams?
What? The last time we played, what was it? I don't know. It depends. If
Give me
we're
the Chiefs.
if I'm a good
Now,
team,
give me
or
the
if he's a
Saints.
good team, I'll be a good team, and then he'll be a good team.
Yeah.
But and sometimes we play with bad teams, you know,
Yeah.
just whatever
Like
we're feeling.
Patriots and Eagles.
Yeah, and then I remember one time I played you, I was the Bills, and you were like the fucking, I don't even remember You might have the Giants.
Buckeyes bad probably.
The Giants are terrible.
Yeah, they are bad.
Yeah.
NFL, what a great season though so far. It's really
Yeah.
coming off. You know,
Brownies,
Dolphins,
baby.
I can't believe the
choking,
Steelers
Browns.
lost, dude. Did you see a 97-yard TD pass though? That was sweet.
I didn't watch. I hate the Steelers. I would never watch the Steelers unless they're playing the Browns.
No, you just gotta see the highlights, man. That's all that matters.
Never watch Steelers highlights. It's disgusting. I can't even look at their jerseys.
The
without
Browns won,
throwing
right?
up.
Who,
Yeah,
Steelers?
they did. Yeah.
Yeah, I fucking
Uh,
you Steelers fan?
yeah.
Oh God.
It's been a good year for just sports in general. So
Yeah,
far.
that's
It's,
true.
You know, college basketball, Ohio State's really on the come
Yeah.
up right now, knocking down Cincinnati,
OSU
Creighton.
basketball's
Like,
nasty.
name it. I can never. I never would have thought that OSU would have beaten Creighton.
Yeah, they got some good recruits this year.
Cincy.
I remember.
Everyone from Cincy think they're all cool. You know, our schools. You know, all the Cincy students because they're salty they get into OSU. They're all like, oh, Cincy's actually good. They're better than the OSU at basketball. Nope. Cut that out. Cut that out. Cut that out. And then,
Cut that out.
Oh, we were top 25 in football. Cut that out. Cut that out.
Cut that out.
All right, so back to vacation spots.
All right, so I want to hear from you because you, for a while, you were on the. Is it Bali?
Indonesia, baby.
Indonesia.
Bali, Indonesia. The coolest vacation spot I've ever seen in my entire life.
Sell us on it right now.
So this is what happened. We found a Florida all-inclusive resort. I forget the exact prices, right? But it's pretty expensive to stay in a nice resort in Florida.
Yeah, of course.
You know, if you want to stay in a nice resort, it's expensive.
Is it on the beach that you're talking about?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, that's
The
expensive.
like it's expensive. The flight isn't bad, obviously. You could drive, but who wants to drive?
Dude, you can
spring
get to
break.
Florida,
You can't be wasting days in spring break driving.
Hunter on last week, dude. He went to Florida, 2 people round trip, $300.
Yeah,
out of Boston.
That's a steal. That's a
Yeah.
steal. However, so if you, I wasn't worried about the flight. The flight wasn't an issue with Florida. It's just the resort and all that kind of stuff is just expensive, right? So I forget the exact money, but exact prices. And then I did a lot of research on Bali, Indonesia, and the thing with Bali is in all-inclusive resorts there, like a lot cheaper. Like the whole
Yeah.
vacation flights there are expensive. Around
Well, everything
around
would be
900.
cheaper there,
yeah,
right?
$900 for the flight.
That's a lot.
Like it's expensive.
Yeah.
However,
Well, it's far away.
the trip for 2 people was around $400 to $500 cheaper than it is for Florida.
So wait, have you been there?
Where?
He wants to go.
Bali. Oh,
No,
you wanna go.
I wanted to
Wanna
go
go.
this spring break. My mom said that we would go sometime within the next couple of years. I'm just like I'm trying to go I'm trying to. I was going to go myself when I leave college.
Yeah,
I want,
yeah.
You know. However, the resorts there are so cheap. They're like. It's insane. If you look at pictures of Bali, Indonesia resorts, it will blow your mind. It is some of the nicest
See,
places I've
would
ever
you
seen.
like being out of the country though?
I don't want to say what's fun. What's fun in America?
Dude, like out of America?
I
man?
love
Like,
America.
it's
I love
dangerous.
America. Yeah, I'm all America. I'm all for America. I love my country.
Huge America guy.
Not a huge American vacation kind of guy. California is the only other place I'd go right now.
Have you been to Cali?
right
Nope.
now.
I really want to go.
Really? Right now.
Not as no.
you've been to
I'm
Cali,
not
right?
saying like right
No,
now.
I
I'm
was
saying
there for
like
Thanksgiving.
I'm saying like this point in my life. I don't like right now. I only want to go to California. I don't want to go to Florida.
Have you been to California?
No.
Really?
Yeah, I've never
I
been
go
West
there every year
Coast.
for Thanksgiving.
Wow.
It's usually cool. It was terrible though this time.
Depends on where you stay.
What do you
Were
mean?
you
Was
south? Were you
Was
south?
it hot?
smoke.
Yeah, because
No,
it's been
from the
fire.
fires,
Yeah, duh.
So you're probably sweating a little bit.
No, it's not. It wasn't hot.
Hey,
it was
hey,
just
he is a
smoky.
big body, definitely.
Because
sweating a little bit.
Walking around the
Bro, I don't
streets,
know. You sweat
sweating
a
off
lot.
weight.
You sweat a lot. I don't know. I'm not a big sweat guy.
You guys should.
No, but
He's
it
not a
wasn't.
big
he's not
sweat
being
guy.
honest.
It wasn't
Sorry,
that. It
Diaz,
wasn't
if
hot
you're
because
listening.
the smoke kind of came over from because it was more because there was the fires were.
Were you in
south.
LA?
No, I was like Sacramento, kind of in the middle, a little.
So
north.
no beaches. So that
no,
sucks.
no. Dude, I was inside pretty much the
How
whole time.
hot do you think it was? Like
Like 60s.
60s?
60s,
Really?
50s.
That's not bad.
I mean, it's better than here. Like you could go outside, but
Yeah.
it would just like when we landed in Oakland, you couldn't even see. Like it was dark
Really?
outside, but you couldn't. Yeah, it was bad. But
like smoky?
yeah, it was just because Oakland is like the worst at least we ever saw. It rains one of the days, and that put a lot of the fires out.
Yeah,
But
that's good.
the best vacation spot, in my opinion, is this place called.
Bali, Indonesia.
I don't know. Well, first of all, you haven't been there, so how do you know?
Yeah, that is true, actually.
I've seen a lot of stuff on it. You know, if you ever watched The Bachelor, a lot of
Oh, that's where
Bachelor
The
people from The Bachelor.
Bachelor
Like, no. A lot of people, like I follow on Instagram stuff from The Bachelor and Bachelorette. I don't know why they all went to Bali. Like all of them.
Maybe that's like some sort of bachelor
It's like
thing.
it's some big place. Like a lot of people like it. And I know some person who graduated from my brother's class was there too.
Yeah, it's but as I was saying,
All right, so what's your spot?
Puerto Vallarta, Mexico.
Port Aguero?
Puerto Vallarta.
How's the water over there?
All right.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey,
Oh,
calm down.
Who wants to pay for bottled water? Not me.
All right, so I've been to I think like 3 places in Mexico: Cancun, Cozumel, and Puerto Vallarta.
I've been to Cozumel.
Cozumel, I was there on a cruise.
Yeah, same.
I drank their water and I got food poisoning.
Oh, no
nice.
way.
Yeah.
Wait, what do you mean? You
How
drank
that
the
place? What's
seawater?
No, it was.
Dude,
I had
water.
some. I had some
tap water.
I had some fruit
Disgusting.
because it was on a cruise, so we like stopped. We got off and we just went to some resort just to like chill out a little or whatever. And they had this fruit punch, which was good as shit, but they used they used like their tap water.
No way.
And Montezuma's Revenge is what they call it. And
See
so,
ya.
Cancun, I was there for like 4 days.
Yeah, I heard Cancun's sweet.
The water is clear. It's crystal clear. Like there's.
Yeah.
So that's on the Atlantic side. Puerto Vallarta is on the Pacific side. And honestly, like it's a cool place. It's probably not the best place, but at least like if you have the package or whatever, like I have. All right, so there's one member obviously that's not here from the Goon Squad, Jimmy Bauman. He's a wrestling. Sorry he couldn't make it. But my family and his family are best friends, and so we have a timeshare or whatever in this penthouse in Puerto Vallarta.
Kind of a big deal.
Big money,
guys.
guys.
Yeah.
It's so relaxing. There's, you just got the hot tub, and then we got our own room. The waves, big, but not like overly big.
Is there a monkey forest there?
No.
Monkey
There
forest.
is in
What?
Bali.
What's that?
You go to a
Monkey
forest, sacred monkey forest. You know, and you like the monkeys like come down near you and stuff like that, and like you like interact with them. Like it's dope.
You interact with them.
But don't
I
give
like
them your
it.
wallet.
Yeah.
If you give them your wallet, see you later. I'm telling you, it's
That's
sweet.
funny.
That's like one place I wanted to go.
What's the drinking age in Indonesia?
18.
18. Yeah, same with Mexico.
Dude, in Europe, it's like 16 everywhere, right?
And Germany, I think Germany's 16.
Yeah, for sure.
Crazy.
And
They
Germany.
got-
I
they
know
got all
in
that
China,
beer
in China, my
Germany.
neighbor who used to live in China, their daughter would go to like the store when she was like 8 and get them like a pack of beer
That's wild.
and you bring it back.
That's wild.
Like it's
I mean, you can do that in like any third world country, though.
Yeah,
I'm
so
not
you
saying
could do that.
like.
You could
I'm not saying
China's
China's not a third world
country.
country. No, I'm
That's
just
what I
saying
was
like.
You could probably maybe not 8, but you could probably do that in Mexico. Like me and
Yeah, that's
me
what
and
I'm
Bauman
saying,
got beers
Mexico,
for our
yeah.
dads and stuff.
Yeah. But hey, man, best vacation spot. So I go 2 places. I go to Cape Cod, which I love.
Where's that?
Cape Cod, in
Yeah.
Massachusetts,
Pass.
and
Alright,
then
next one.
the Florida Keys.
Okay, I mean, my mom goes there for a girls trip every year.
Girls
for a
trip.
week.
Hey, I go there too.
Yeah.
With her.
It's not. It's not.
Hey, calm
I'm
down
telling
with
you,
that.
any just like anywhere. In
I gotta be out of the
America,
country.
it's really- that's
I
what
gotta
I'm
be out of the
saying.
country.
Dude,
I've been.
see, I don't like that. There's no sense of security, dude. Like Mexico, the cartel
never said
It
Mexico.
depends.
controls
It depends.
everything.
I never said-
Cancun,
I never said
Cancun, you
Mexico.
land. You don't really. I mean, you
In
kind of feel
Cancun,
secure.
I've heard
You
if
don't-
you
you don't
don't
go off the
go,
resort.
if you don't go off the resort, exactly,
fine.
you're
Yeah.
fine. But like outside, like the back roads, man, you should not do that.
Oh,
It's all
yeah,
controlled by the
obviously,
cartel.
but you don't do that. All right, so I've been to a lot of places because my dad.
Big money guy.
We got a huge. Wait, you got money? Okay.
He's been everywhere.
Not that big of a money guy.
Frequent flyer.
But my dad, he travels. He sells oil and wax.
Big travel guy.
yeah.
So he's platinum on like every airline.
Yeah, private plane,
Big
No,
platinum.
not that.
Big platinum
but,
guy, really.
So
First
we
class.
have the opportunities to go
Wow.
to a lot of places, and so I have been to a lot of places. Man.
Big rich
A couple
vacation guys,
cruises out of the country. I went a lot of places
You
when I
were
was
so
really
cool.
little.
Wait, did you grow up in Dublin?
Yeah,
I couldn't tell.
Dublin guy.
but I don't know. There's something about.
Have you been on
the
an
place.
Alaskan
It's
cruise?
just-
My grandparents have.
No, I've been on 2
Two
Caribbean
friends.
cruises. I went. I was like South Caribbean and then like West, or it was like East or West.
I went on a Norwegian cruise too.
Yeah, that's what I.
Cozumel, and then one other place, and then Florida.
Yeah, I went on it was called the Norwegian Epic.
I went on the Norwegian Dawn.
As we went to
Big down guy.
we went to Jamaica, Grand Cayman, and then Cozumel, and we came back to Miami.
I think I went to Grand Cayman too.
Yeah, it was we.
Have you ever been on a submarine? Because I think it was in Cozumel. I rode a submarine.
No.
So like,
I
That's
was
pretty
when
dope.
I was really little, but that was in Aruba.
Aruba, Jamaica. Ooh, I wanna take it.
All right, so next, whatever.
Yeah.
We're off that. We're off that. We're off that now.
that.
All right,
Let's go snow.
Dude, snow. It snowed outside. I walked outside this
No
morning.
shit.
I got auto start in the car. You
What's
know.
that? Well, in case we got any non-Ohio viewers here, it's snow in
All right,
Ohio. If
all
you
right.
didn't know,
Ohio
if you
could be
didn't know.
super
That's
nice
true.
one day, which it was.
Never. I haven't seen snow in November in a while. It's been a while.
Yeah, so I think Sunday it was like what 50, 60. It was nice.
Over the weekend, it was pretty warm.
Monday, or no, this is Tuesday morning actually. But yesterday there was a little snow. But today I come outside, there's snow in the car. Obviously I have auto start, so I had the car started. But like,
Big money guy.
so the car was a little cold. I'm not the fan. I had to turn on the heated seat, heated steering wheel. Heat it up a little bit.
I
Had-
love driving those
Had
cars.
to, I had to sit there for a minute while it defrosted a little bit.
Yeah.
But then I got on my way and I was sliding on the road a little bit.
It was icy.
It's
It was a bit icy. A lot of
dangerous.
ice in the car. When I woke up at 5:30, a lot of ice in my car.
It is very early for snow, and we don't get snow at Christmas time, which I don't like. I think Christmas Day should be like a foot of snow.
Yeah.
At least.
When there's snow, I mean, maybe not now because winter just starting up, but especially like you said, Christmas. When there's any snow on the ground, I want it to be all white. I want it to be. I don't want to be able to see like grass.
You don't want
I
like
want it to
patchy
be, like-
snow
Okay,
because
I don't
patchy
like
snow
like
is
half,
bad.
quarter inch
Yeah,
of snow.
because if
I
it's
want-
gonna be cold and if it's
Yeah.
gonna snow, damn right.
I'm
I want
all
it
in.
to-
I'm
You
all
want like
in. I'm
fluffy
all
snow?
in.
You can build a snowman.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm all into.
Well, we
all-
I don't want the. I mean, like this is fine because it's just.
Nah, it
it's,
sucks.
I mean, it's obviously it sucks, but it's just like starting up.
It's
like
all
winter's
slushy
winter
right
just
now. I
like
don't like
starting
it.
up.
Tell you
and
right now,
stuff,
it's gonna
so.
be a deadly winter.
You
It's gonna be.
think?
I think it's gonna be a dead. I think we're gonna have a bunch of snow days this year.
I hope,
God, Hoadley,
dude.
please, man.
We just last year
If
we had
you're
a
watching
couple.
this, come on, man. Counting on you, bro.
Dude, Holy needs. I shook Holy's hand a couple times.
So have I.
Yeah.
I've been at Holly's house.
Oh shoot!
Ooh.
No, it was
Big,
at.
big sweetheart at the party kind of guy.
See, I was accepting an award, and I shook his hand. And
I got
after I
that.
shook his hand,
What award?
I
Yeah,
don't
what,
know,
it was
what
like
possible
the-
award?
like the
It was-
miracle. Oh, you MVP the.
no, 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 no.
Yeah.
Oh, make a wish.
No.
The foundation.
No, it was like oh shoot, what is like?
What celebrity meeting?
No, I don't know. It was like I'm the best. I don't know.
Yeah,
Dude, you know what it was. I got
I
a medal.
definitely don't know what it was.
Dude, it was
The student thing. Oh,
yes,
oh,
best. It was like scholarly
Student excellence.
Student excellence. Yeah.
You won that?
Yeah. I'm a
Because
student.
the librarian gave to him.
Yeah.
So
Well, see what I did. So I
Where,
donated
Kaufman?
1,000
Librarian?
books.
Hudson.
Kaufman?
I donated 1,000 books to the African Library Project. So I built a library.
how'd you have 1,000?
Because I collected them.
From who?
Donations.
That's pretty dope.
Yeah. So I
lot
built
of
like
fun.
single-handedly. I built a library in Africa.
You went to Africa and built it.
No, but like my donations.
So you single-handedly provided enough books for a library.
Yeah. Well, they don't do any actual building. They just send the books.
So you didn't single-handedly build a
so
library.
listen.
Wait, hold on. Let me think of the word building. Should I look up the definition too?
Pretty much, I put together a library for little
Yeah, he
Africans.
put it together.
You
for
put together a
everybody.
collection of books.
I
is
won
what
the
would say.
Student
Yeah.
Excellence Medal.
What you did is if there was 1,000 books outside of this, that's what you did.
Yeah.
There was, but like this shelf or the shelves, they'll like hold the books.
Not
Listen,
there.
man, I don't know the specifics.
I built. By
See,
you. at
I
least.
wanted it to be named the Billy Seach Library for African Kids, but
Well, I'm kind of confused on why you say be a library when the usual library is a building. Like the new library in
listen,
Dublin is actually a
man,
building.
listen,
so.
man, I don't know. That is a huge waste of money. Can we talk about that?
The old library was fine. Like we don't need another. We don't
Exactly.
need another
Like,
library.
I don't remember the last
I
time I went to the
library
library.
twice when I was a kid in
Yeah.
Dublin. I went to the library a lot in Hilliard.
Every time.
Who reads books in actual book form?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
And
everything's
10
online.
10 years from now, dude, they're not gonna be doing. What are they gonna go in there and check out an online book? Like, it's not.
Yeah, I don't know. It's supposed to be like high tech, like 3 mil or something.
I
Probably
think it'd be
more than
pretty
that.
cool. I bet you'll have some VR in there, something like that.
Maybe.
You know?
Back to that
Dude, this
snow though.
whole area over here is being all developed and
Yeah.
stuff.
Really?
I think.
Yeah, it's dope.
You haven't seen the new buildings? You're telling me you haven't seen the big buildings being built?
New Dublin.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
It's actually over there.
yeah,
It's actually over
yeah.
there, but.
It's down there's like.
Oh
Bridge
wait,
Park.
wait.
Yeah,
Down
yeah,
there,
Yeah, I have.
The bridge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're building a walking bridge. That's a huge waste of money.
I think it's gonna be great. I think it's gonna be great for
That's gonna
Dublin.
be sick.
You think you're gonna go walk
Dude,
across that
dude,
bridge?
you do realize they're making like they're making like apartments up there for like businesses and stuff like that. And the people like college kids, like kids that go to college live over there.
Dude, those apartments over there cost
I
like
think-
1 mil.
Dude, it's gonna be a big Dublin move. I think Dublin's really gonna grow a lot because of business wise, economy wise. I think it's
Economy,
big time.
it's definitely like providing some jobs, but like those apartments, they're not gonna be like college kids apartments. I don't think. I think they're gonna be like high end, like penthouse type stuff.
Yeah, I think it's
Those new offices are gonna be nice though. They're building an office building.
Yeah, I'm excited for
Please move
what
in.
Dublin has in the future. Too bad I won't be here.
Dang.
For what?
So, I'll
Wait,
be in
where do you want to
college.
go? Oh, after college.
I'm not gonna have my kids go up in Dublin. What the heck? We're gonna
Really?
we're gonna by the time we'll have 4 high schools, terrible sports. Like,
Dang.
I mean, I saw my kids at Jerome. I would send him to Soda or Kaufman. Kaufman's going.
Really? I know.
Facts.
If I could do it all again, I might go to Jerome.
I probably.
Why?
I consider
Because-
it.
Why?
Just because.
I have all my friends from Carl would go to Jerome.
I mean, like, obviously, like, I meet super cool people, but, like, at the same time,
Yeah,
why
I'm
you
sure.
pointing at Drew?
I knew you already.
No, I understand why you pointing. Like you said, super cool. I don't know why you pointing at Drew. But
Because he's not talking about any normal people. He's talking about the females. It's like,
Yeah, that's
fuck
why
it.
you do it. That's why
Whoa,
you do
okay,
it.
the
E6,
females are
right?
something I would not miss.
You see a girl in the hallway say E6. You
E6.
tapping her
I'm
and then-
sorry, I just wanted a snack.
I thought you were a vending machine.
Ah,
Bill getting exposed on Twitter.
dude, that was so funny.
However, speaking of snow, we need a white Christmas this year and Christmas.
Yeah, what you
How
boys
about
want?
how
What
about
you
them
boys want?
presents as 18-year-olds, 17-year-olds, and 15-and-a-half-year-olds? What
Dude,
kind of
wait, how are you such a big body at 15? Dude,
Chill.
no,
what kind of presents do kids nowadays want? Because I don't want no toys. I don't want any toys. I don't want a spy car or
new
anything.
iPhone? I need a new iPhone.
I get a free iPhone. That's not a Christmas
Yeah.
present. I get an iPhone for this thing's 3 years old.
Probably
I
clothes.
mean-
I'm gonna get mine for my car. And
Clothes?
Yeah.
yeah.
I
Well,
would
you-
say all I want for Christmas is clothes,
what the
money, and gift cards.
Money,
really all
money,
there is.
And a letter from
clothes
Ohio
is good.
State saying you got money off.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
I
about
mean, that's
it.
too.
That counts as money.
Dude, Yeezys would be a good one.
Yeezys
Dude,
are out.
I don't see the
You
hype,
should,
bro.
you should,
like
you should
them?
get the Calabasas if anything.
I don't know what those
Yeezy
are.
You're gonna get some
Calabasas.
shoes.
One of
just
what's
get
really
some normal
cool. Do you know, like,
shoes.
the NMD ones? Adidas?
The OG NMDs.
Yes, those. These.
Yeah.
Do you like these?
I can't see them.
Here, show the camera. Show the camera.
Oh my god, they're really trash. Cause as he said, they're NMD ones.
I like those.
Ruined them. But
I want to get, like,
Yeah.
the cream, and then this thing's red.
I'm telling you, the Yeezy.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about
The
there.
Yeah.
Yeezy Calabasas is like if you want Yeezys, get Kanye's Calabasas.
No,
Those
here,
are
talking to
honestly,
the mic. Talking to the mic.
the Yeezy Calabasas will honestly be a better option than getting the actual Yeezys. I mean,
I
Yeezys.
like the zebra ones.
Yeezys are
best.
cool, but like, what are you wearing with your buckle jeans?
No, no, you don't wear you.
You can't even
no,
see.
like
You can't even
these.
see the shoes.
With
Agreed.
these.
Agreed. That look cool.
Yeah.
You can't even see the shoes though with your jeans.
Did you see what I wore? I wore a gray sweatshirt and red pants because scarlet and gray.
Yeah, that was awful.
You didn't like
That was
that?
a crime. You should go to jail for that.
It was good. You liked
I
it.
should have called McLean over.
Dude, I didn't even see you.
And I don't see. Sometimes I do see you in the day though. I'm like, hey, what
I
up?
see you every day.
I see Beto after fourth period on the way to
I see you
fifth.
after fifth.
Yeah, you do.
And Drew's always with like a bunch of dudes. Hey, he's always making them laugh.
But
and
like,
stuff.
are there really
Such a
any?
nice guy.
I'm a clown.
Are there really any
Yeah.
toys nowadays for teenagers that we could get for Christmas?
For
Like back in the day,
teenagers? No.
you get the toy magazine, you circle what you want.
I do remember that. Yeah.
nowadays, like
Kids just going on the internet buying what they want.
Dude, that's
like,
what happens actually. Kids just go on Amazon buy whatever they want.
what
yeah,
do you get on
and then
Amazon?
they just wrap them
Dude,
up.
there's nothing to get on like Apple Watch.
I'll
Like,
tell you something
It's
cool.
it's like more like there's no like toys. It's not like the toys aren't. I feel like toys just like are just.
I'll tell you something that I don't know if you have,
kinda
but
sad.
I kind of want to get now is Alexa.
I have one.
Alexa's pretty sweet. You know
Do you
can,
have Alexa?
You know you can connect Alexa with other Alexas and stuff like that.
Yeah,
and,
that's
like,
what I'm
give
saying.
her
Like one for
messages.
each room, and I could be like,
I only have
Alexa,
one.
play Eminem.
Yeah. We'll get to that in a minute.
Oh
Funny
my
story.
gosh,
My
Eminem,
mom got an
bro.
Alexa for me for Christmas, and it ain't mine. Greg Vascik took that out of my hands.
You should
the
see
moment
that.
I got it.
Dang, where'd you put it?
In the kitchen.
Probably somewhere.
Ah.
Probably somewhere in the house is my guess.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Anyway, so
Dude,
back
you
to
should
the.
get one for your room.
I mean, I have too many
They're a little
speakers.
risky.
Like, what?
What? What are you saying?
We all know what he's saying.
We all
You're a
know.
little slow.
Hey, Bill, I want to sit in that chair.
What?
We know you sophomores are a little slow. Come on.
Hey, Chill, I got a 4.2. Chill out with
That's
that.
cute.
Dang.
That's
Hey,
cute.
that's
not
actually-
cumulative.
I
Not
don't know.
cumulative. Not cumulative. Don't tell me it's cumulative.
I've got it's like a 4.0 cumulative.
Yeah, I remember I had that. I remember I had that in 8th grade.
Hey, speaking of 8th grade, I got that principal's award. 4.0 all
I-
3
so did
years.
I.
Dude,
So did I.
I
Hey,
didn't get the
respect.
principal's for. I got something close though.
What's your ACT there, Drew?
I haven't taken
Oh,
it yet,
awkward.
dude.
Oh, that is awkward.
I can't even
my
drive
bad,
yet. Come
my
on, give
bad.
us- I can't help my
I
age.
forgot you're 15 and a half.
Hey, you're the one who hangs out with me, so like,
Hey,
come on.
when's your first ACT?
I think I'm gonna take one this summer just to like get a grasp.
Don't do it in the summer. Do it like school year. You don't want to do that in the summer, man.
You should probably do that
I'm
like.
thinking like early summer. I'm doing. My mom is making me do
Have
it
you
in
taken
summer.
the SAT yet?
No.
Oh, you did 3 for the school though. Free through the school.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
she
you
just,
will
she just
have
wants.
it to school. It
She just
sucks.
wants me to like. I don't know. I guess she wants me to like kind of know like what to expect and stuff.
Dude, the biggest mistake that people make is not answering every question. Like when they say 5 minutes left, you
Agreed.
just go C. Make sure you have everyone filled out. That's huge.
Dude, they say you can go back and answer the questions. You can go back and answer it so easily if you want to. Like then teachers.
Well, I get
walk around.
extra time because of my ADHD.
Oh, yeah. See, we
I
talked
got
about this.
Big Miracle League,
Facts, bro. It's gonna help.
It is. That's how.
100%, dude.
That's why
Yeah.
Hannah beat Billy.
Yeah. We talked about that last week, dude. Like people on Adderall and ADHD, don't.
Dude, that's such BS,
No.
dude. Like
I think it is BS though. If you get
dude,
extra time,
if
like
you
that's
have
like,
Adderall, I'm pretty sure that kind of helps.
Yeah,
you know,
it
with the
does.
symptoms.
I'm way more focused than 90% of my friends who don't have anything wrong with them when I'm on my Adderall.
so you're on Adderall and you have
And you
ADHD?
still get more time. And you
And I
still
get
get
more
and you
time.
So
still
do
get more
you
time.
agree?
Special
Do you
study
agree it's
hall.
an unfair advantage?
Yeah.
100%.
Okay, all right. For me, but now I can't speak on all ADHD.
Well,
kids
I'm
with
saying like,
ADHD.
okay, let's say like me right now versus me on Adderall. You think I would do better on ACT right away?
Okay, well,
If you were used to it, if you take your
body's,
first time,
your body has a
no.
different reaction because unless you do have ADHD, you just haven't been diagnosed. It's a stimulant, so you'll be going fast. You'll be going really fast. So yeah, you will do way better.
You would have to take it more than once. You take Adderall more than once before the ACT to get used to. Because I heard the first time you do it, you take Adderall the first time, and you just start freaking out. And you don't know even what to do. With
Oh yeah, you
yourself.
said your brother did that, right?
Yeah, and he took.
And he like focused on
spent
one
like
question.
15 minutes on a question.
Yeah, it's because like part of my brain, I guess, is like slower and.
Oh,
Like,
we know. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Typical,
having,
yeah.
it's like a attention part, like, and
Yeah,
so
big
what it
attention
does
guy.
is that whatever medicine you have or whatever, because it's ADD and ADHD, it just speeds that up.
The brain's
And
pretty
so-
crazy.
Yeah.
And so-
Neuroimaging.
For you guys, that one part that's normal and not like slower, it would speed it up, and so
Yeah,
that
you're a
would
little
part
slow.
you'd be.
Yeah, we know you're a
You're
little
a little slow.
No,
You're
like
you're telling us stuff you already know. I'm
No,
kinda
you seem
confused.
normal. I'm not even kidding. You're good.
I mean, right now I'm still on my meds, so you know.
Yeah.
But usually I'd be kind of spazzing out. I'm starting to get a little jittery.
He does
I don't know if
spazz
the- I
out.
don't know
Yeah.
if the camera can tell or not.
He
But
does
Yeah,
spaz
yeah,
out
a
every
little
once
bit,
in
a
a
little
while.
All right. So mentioning the brain, we got.
Wait,
should-
hold on. Is that picture? Dude, look at the freaking TV. Look at the TV on the TV
I know,
on the
it's
TV and the
delayed.
TV and the TV.
That
I forgot
that
about
is
that.
trippy. That is sweet though. All right. So should courts account for brain makeup issues?
Yeah.
So if someone has like a tumor, pushing on their amygdala, for example, that'll affect their.
Their reaction, the
that?
choices they make, and it's harder for them.
Is it
to
reasoning? I think.
I
It's
forget.
reasoning.
We read about this in college comp, and it talks about how the brain and like each person, like some people with genes when they're born are more likely to do stuff, like more likely to commit a certain crime, or more likely to have like anger management. Obviously, anger management is kind of one, but like it's kind of hard to explain without reading the actual thing. It was a 14 freaking page
I read that.
essay.
Did
Basically,
you read it all?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's like if someone was killed. He was sleepwalking and killed
Yeah. He stabbed his mother-in-law and assaulted his father-in-law, and they said that he was sleepwalking.
and he was found not guilty because they know that is a serious case because
Yeah.
sleepwalking is very serious for some people, and it's a bit of his brain. And they found him not guilty, and they had like a brain mapping of like what happened through his brain, and they proved that he was sleepwalking.
Yeah. So what do you think about that? Do you think people should be punished for things that they do?
You know, the second essay we read today, convinced. At first, I was like, well, that's really tough. Like, I feel like you kind of got to take that into account based off like check their genes and their brain mapping, neuroimaging is what they call it, and see what's wrong with their brain. I think if you have a tumor, it's a little different. If you have a tumor in your brain, it's a little different. However, that's just tough, man. I don't know if you can change the whole court systems, and I think like murder doesn't matter what happened with you. You should definitely be, you know.
So the way I think
Sleepwalking
about it
is a little
like,
different. That's a tough one right there. I'm not a judge, so I can't really tell. But
I think if like, especially if you murder someone, like, come on, you're going to jail. But the thing about it is, if you're in the general public, if you're a part of society and you perform a crime that is illegal, then you need to be punished for it. Even if
Agreed.
you're sick or whatever, you still did it, you know?
The second essay we read says, no matter how much your brain wants to do something, there's always still a chance of free won't, what they call it, like free, like the ability not to do it is still the ability to resist.
Yeah.
So I think it's tough. I think you
Because no one's putting a gun to your head saying to do something.
yeah,
you know?
it's not like your life's in danger if you don't do it. There's some stuff that you can't control, like
What's
talk about
isn't-
Tourette's and stuff like that. You can't
Yeah.
control that, but like some stuff you can control, like
Yeah.
wanting to go out and kill somebody. Like you can control
What's
that.
the
It's
age
just-
of reason? Is it 8 or 13 that like you're supposed to know right from wrong for sure?
I think it'd be more 13, but I don't really know.
I think
It's somewhere in between
It's a
there.
pretty,
I think.
that's a pretty big, broad, pretty big difference in age, right?
Yeah.
That's true.
I think one of those, it's called like the age of reason, where you can like tell something's like right, like hitting like a dog, like you can tell like by a certain age, like you're not supposed to like hit your
Idris should
dog.
learn that. He hits auto all the time.
Dude, I saw. I was looking at him one day. I saw him just slap his
I'm really
dog.
impulsive. Like that's one of my that's like my big thing is that I do stuff without thinking about it. So.
Yeah.
But into that, when you kill someone, you go to jail. What do you guys think about the death penalty?
Death penalty, dude. I think it's a great thing. You know,
If someone were to kill a family member of mine, I'm not sound sick or anything, but I wouldn't want them to live. I don't want them to live.
Exactly. Eye for an eye.
I don't agree with that. I think you can put them in jail for
Big live, yeah,
no bail.
Well, you got to think. Prison is overpopulated. That's a fact.
That's a waste of money.
It is a waste of money.
Okay, that's true.
Now, and we don't torture people. And now, if we tortured people, well, we could look at it
First of all, who want to
and
live in prison? And some people in prison have a way of getting around stuff, so they might even live a decent life in prison.
There's a lot of arguments against it, like, and at the same time, you know, when you're put on death row or whatever, because it's gotten a lot less like common or whatever through the years. When you're put on death row, it takes a few years.
Yeah, I think that's
like
stupid.
finalize.
No, I think what we should do is we should bring back public hangings. So, like, for example, dude, this thing.
Dude.
No, for example,
What?
good example, school shooters. Everyone wants to see them hang.
No.
No.
That gives them the attention that they want.
I'm just saying.
No, you can.
That might be the craziest thing I've ever heard in my life.
I mean, I understand. The death penalty. I mean, I understand it. I just don't know if I 100% agree with it. You know?
Yeah.
I think eye for an eye, man. Old school.
Eye for an eye. What is that? La Costa Nostra or La Costa Nostra?
That's from a long. I learned that in like seventh. I learned that in like seventh grade history class. That was like old times.
Yeah,
like
facts. Eye for an eye.
No, it's from Italy. It's from like the mafia, like Italy. Like
I know it's from Italy. Yeah. I definitely think that. I don't know if someone were to kill my mom right now.
Yeah, you want.
I want them. I don't want them to have any sort of chance of having any sort of like fun entertainment in their life. I don't think they deserve. They don't deserve that.
Some people go to prison and live great lives. You know.
It depends on the power they have.
Yeah.
You know, stuff like that. And how
That's
they
like what's that guy who broke out of prison a bunch of times? Drug dealer. El Chapo. Yeah. Like he doesn't go to prison. He goes to he just lives in a fortress.
Yeah, he does.
So another controversial issue. Let's talk about some abortion.
I don't know. I think killing people is wrong in general.
It's murder.
Yeah,
possible life is murder.
I think we can all agree that is not. I don't like
rape cases different. I think if the 0.1% of the abortion is involved with rape, less than 0.1 is involved with rape. And I think that 0.1. It's fine. You know, I don't think it's fine, but I can see why they wouldn't want to. I think that's kind of sick.
Okay.
I couldn't imagine having a baby in your system, you know, when you got raped by some sicko. Because then the kid is also likely could be likely a psychopath as well.
Yeah.
You know?
But then there's also adoption with that too.
Yeah.
So
but do you really want a kid of a rapist, a sick rapist, to be walking around the streets when they're older too? Because I mean, you know, it's genetics.
I get that.
Could have similar back to neuroimaging and all that kind of stuff.
I think 1/4 of what do you call it? Disorders get passed on or something.
Yeah, I mean, it could be. I think I don't think it should be murder, but I can see why people would have more reasoning behind that argument of the whole rape versus. Like,
what makes
I didn't want to have a kid, and I'm 16 years old, and
I
accidentally slipped up. You know?
If you slipped up, you fucked up. It's your fault. What I have a
that
problem
is your
with
fault. If you're
so like for example, the moment you're like pregnant, like you find out you're pregnant, it's a human like specimen in your body by the U.S.
You eventually find out after like a couple weeks, a month or two, I forget.
The U.S. government, it's a life, and if let's say there's a mother and she's two. Oh yeah. And there's 2 months, and it's like 2 months in or whatever, and let's say you kill the mom, and therefore the baby dies or whatever. That's double homicide. Yeah. That's two people. So I don't understand how and the girls are like, it's my body, I can do what I want with it, but then, it's a body inside.
It's also the baby's life. Yeah. It's also the baby's it's a big responsibility.
What I don't understand is if the U.S. government counts it as a life, then why do they allow it to happen?
If you don't want to take,
that's the issue right there.
Yeah. If you don't want to take care of a baby, then be careful with be careful with what you do.
If the U.S. government,
if you can't take care of a baby,
the U.S. government says it's not a life. It's not a life while it's in. Obviously, I think it is. But if the U.S. government goes, it's not a life, and while it's in, it's only life when it comes out, then I could understand how it's legal. But the fact that it is, I
See,
just
it's hard to tap
kinda-
into the religious aspect, which
Yeah.
kind of is a big part of my argument. But like, I know the Bible it says God, I think God loved you before you were even born or something like that, or
Yeah.
knew you before you were even born. And for me, it's just like, I mean, it's a plan. You know, it's a plan for you.
Yeah.
It's not like it's a plan and you just kill the plan. Like, is that really what you want to do?
Yeah,
Like, God's trying to
exactly.
lead you in the right way, and then you just cut that off. Like, you can't be doing that.
Yeah.
But that's a religious aspect. The religious aspect shouldn't be much part of an argument unless you're arguing with someone else who's also like a fellow Christian or something like that.
Yeah.
You know, or like whatever
Yeah.
religion you do happen to be. You can't really bring that in unless you're arguing with someone like that.
Yeah.
Because, you know, a lot of the olives out there, you know, not much, you can't really reason with them with that kind of stuff.
All in all, abortion is bad.
yes. So back to what you were saying about that Alexa, Eminem, the best rapper.
Yeah, I think Eminem honestly is the best rapper of all time. Now, I know like Drake's doing big
I think
things.
I think
Lyrically, I
think
agree.
he's definitely the most like I can see what you're saying about best rapper, but like the best rapper to listen to.
Yeah,
not
I don't
as
know.
much.
Lyrically,
Well,
I agree.
I think
said
he's the most,
some-
I think
said
he's the
something
most
the other
talented
day.
rapper.
I said something the other day. I think Drake is in Eminem's 2002 stage. Like Drake right now is on top of his game. You know, He's making-
on top of his game. I don't
Yeah,
know.
he was. I
Top
don't
of his
know.
game in
Drake
middle
was
school.
pretty. Yeah, when I forget what that album was called. When with the sky in the background, it was his face.
Take
What is
nah.
that?
It was started from the bottom. The language, all me.
Let me just look at my thing real quick. I know
Hold
what
on,
it
we're
is.
going
I always
home.
forget the
And
name.
then views,
Well, I
views
think-
was good.
I
If you're
think
reading this, is too
Drake
late. Was
is
also
only.
good.
What I'm trying to say is Drake is
Nothing was the
only
same.
going down from here.
I agree. And his last album was pretty good. Everyone hated on the
Yeah.
last album. It was pretty good.
Oh, yeah, it was pretty good. Nonstop and I forget
I listened to.
God's
Plan.
There was a song the other day. It was good. I was like jamming to it. You know, it was a Drake song. I'm like, no way. But
I'm telling you,
I don't know. There's like Travis Scott.
there's a lot of Travis Scott's definitely on top
You know the
of
Kanye
game
song,
right
I Love It?
now. Yeah.
I was jamming to that the other day. I don't usually like Kanye.
No
but
surprise,
I
a big fruitcake guy.
that was a good song.
Yeah,
Good
there's a lot of
read.
6ix9ine going to jail.
What's up with that? He's a
See that.
fruitcake.
Yeah, he's
What
gonna be
was
in there
it?
for a
What happened?
while.
He's been there for like 25 years
Yeah.
of life or something like
Doesn't
that.
he
Yeah.
like little kids or something?
Probably.
Wait, I
I mean,
thought that's what he
probably,
was.
I forget what it was. No, what was the case behind it?
Well, I don't know. I saw this meme. It was like, you know how he said like a whole squad of killers. I'm gonna kill it too. It was pretty funny. And, I'm not gonna show.
So
I'll show you
he
guys
got
later,
taken
but-
to
I
jail for
forget
the
what it was.
lyrics?
No,
No,
it was something.
It was something with killing. It was a murder or something.
No, it was something with like, the gang related thing.
Yeah.
It was something gang related, but like,
And he was involved.
yeah, I forget what it was. Dang.
Well, see, you can't incriminate yourself on a rap. That's just stupid.
It
Come
was
on.
no. It was like
So Bobby
actual
Shmurda
proof.
did.
Yeah.
No, Bobby Shmurda 2020 might be the freaking biggest banger album
Dude,
of all time.
oh my god. Now that like the kids that are like getting born, now like the kids that are like really young now
Jungle Beats.
are gonna be like
holla
listening to
at me.
6ix9ine, like getting ready like for him to come out.
Yeah, for
It'd
real.
be
That's kind of sad to
hilarious.
think about.
Yeah.
I think Playboy Cardi's gonna come up. He's already coming up. I think he's gonna blow up.
He's inconsistent.
I think he's going top of the game soon. I think Young Thug is on top of the game right now. I think Travis Scott's on top of the
Travis
game right
Scott, I agree
now.
with that.
I think J. Cole is going downhill. I think he might go back uphill.
Maybe it depends if he drops
Future's,
another album.
Future inconsistent, but I like
Yeah,
Future.
Wanna know who
Future's
put
up
out
there.
one
Uzi,
song?
Uzi, I love Uzi.
Okay, Uzi has that Eternal Take, his new album.
It might be fire.
has
Oh,
been-
21 Savage is definitely I could be killing.
Yeah, he's gonna be. Thing about Uzi is that
Kodak.
this album's been supposed to drop for like 2 months and it still hasn't dropped.
I know,
And
when
I,
it
and
will.
I think Cannon is his producer's like nah, he's like trying to like wait
Hold
it
it
out.
off.
I don't
Wait,
know
you talking
why.
about Nick Cannon?
I think yeah.
Oh,
I think-
he's a bitch. But white rappers, I'm a big fan. MGK put out the Kill Shot Eminem disc. That was some fire.
That was fire. I remember that when that
Yeah.
came
I
out
like
over the
that.
summer. Too bad it was short-lived beef.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very
Well, Eminem just
short-lived.
ended him. Or it wasn't Kill Shot. It
Well,
was Rap Devil. Eminem
yeah,
responded with Kill
yeah.
Shot.
MGK was smart because he released that and then he was like, oh dude, MGK just Eminem, and then he dropped his album.
Yeah. Oh, Eminem or Kill Shot or MGK. You know, he rode the wave.
Yeah, and then
used it
yeah,
to sell.
yeah,
Yeah.
Smart,
which was
smart,
smart. Yeah,
That was great. Yeah.
Good business move. And he
Marketing
knows you
wise,
got
yeah.
smacked. He didn't care. He didn't care that he
Yeah.
got ended.
Well, when Eminem mentioned him on Not Alike, you know, he had the video of him popping champagne because, ooh, Eminem said my name. That's a big deal.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
It was good for him, making him money.
because he's been irrelevant.
Yeah, MGK is relevant. But, hey,
Yeah.
I like that song. So.
He's relevant.
best album.
Irrelevant.
What do you guys think the best album that came out this year so far? There's a lot of good ones. There's,
I think Metro Boomin-
Scorpion.
Metro
What was
Boomin-
Little Wayne? What was Little
That's-
Wayne's?
That's probably the
Cardi
Carter
5?
Yeah,
Yeah, I like
was
that
good.
one.
I think that might have been. I don't know.
That was
That
up there.
Metro Boomin.
Scorpion was good.
Yeah.
Metro Boomin's.
Travis's album was good.
Scorpion.
Drake's album was good. Playboy Cardi's album was good. There's too many.
Yeah,
I can't pick.
Astro World was good. With Astro World, people would seem to either like really like it or they don't.
Didn't like
yeah.
it.
I'm gonna have to go with Metro Boomin's album. The thing about Metro Boomin is
I'm
that
thinking the same
he's
thing.
got the best like instrumentals.
Oh,
or
wait.
whatever, and
I'm
rap.
forgetting. I'm forgetting the best album this year, Kamikaze.
All right, moving on.
Yeah, it just when you have the best like producer, because he is, he's the best beats, and then you add on, Travis is in a lot of songs, 21's in some songs, got Kodak, there's Gunna's and some, it just
How about best individual like
artist
or like non-producer?
this year.
Yeah.
Well, the most popular is Drake.
I don't think it was the best. I like Drake a lot. Don't get me wrong.
Lil Baby is on the come up. Him and
Lil Baby
him
was
and
good.
Gunna.
Lil Baby has an album.
too.
Lil Baby has an album coming out this month too.
21's still to drop. I'd honestly have to say Travis Scott because he dropped Astro World.
Travis is one of the best. I like Lil Wayne's. Might have been the best one too for me.
Carter 5.
Yeah, well, my favorite song in that is
a lot.
Let It Fly featuring
Great
Travis.
song.
So.
Mona Lisa's
so good.
Kendrick
Kendrick hasn't dropped anything in a while.
A$AP Rocky, he has spent 2 years on this. A$AP Rocky had a pretty solid, slept on album, very slept on album.
Is that the one that is Praise the Lord in that album?
Yes.
Yeah, that's a good song.
Good song. And also, I'm telling you, Playboy Cardi's album was a banger too.
You either love his songs.
You either love Playboy or you don't.
I mean, he's for me, but like you either love his songs or you hate. You don't like. Like there are some songs like Love Hurts is a good song. What's the one with Uzi? Is that Love Hurts or no? That's Love Hurts with Travis.
I was trying to talk about. I forget what it is though. Oh, Shoot Us.
Yeah, and then there's and his other album. There's Kelly K, New Choppas, Woke Up Like This, Magnolia. But then like all the other songs, I just have a hard time.
Agreed.
Listening
I
to.
feel that. But except for his last album, I downloaded almost all the songs in the album. I'm not gonna lie.
All right, boys. It's been good, but I think this is time to end episode 5.
It's been a long
The
minute.
Consistent Genius Podcast with Drew Vascik, Matthew Morabeto.
Follow me on IG, Matthew_Morabeto13.
Yeah, Jaquande31, IG, Drew.Vasik.
I'll link him down below. Thanks for coming on.
So thanks for having us. Appreciate it.
We're logging off.
All right.
We'll be live next week at 4 on Tuesday.
Yes, sir.
All right, we're now on iTunes. Look up Consistent Genius. All right.
Best podcast.
I'm out.